All right. We are live. It's been a couple of days. Thank you so much, Mike. When did you write that? No way, Mike Phantom. So cool. Oh man, what the frick did I do? How'd you close that? Here we go. Awesome. All right, so I'm trying a new strat tonight. Ah man, I'm still being invisible, and I didn't bring the remote. I forgot to do this other thing too. Ay, ay, ay. Apparently, it does get better. I'm not sure anymore, but that's what they say. Keep disappearing. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna turn the light more. Oh my god. Oh, whoa. Sorry. All right, this is pretty much as bright as it gets. If I start disappearing now, it is what it is. All right. So, for fuck's sake. It is what it is. So, we're going to read the news as we usually do. Diddly diddly do. Let's go this way. Mm, actually, I'll read. Right. Did I? I had fixed it last time. Hmm. Or because the TV resolution is not the same. It's all fucked up. Is that how I left it? Doesn't matter anyway. I guess that's how I left it last time. I need to find something to fill out the bottom. Let's keep this one for the end. Yeah, this one I saw yesterday. I tried to say it while I was playing our creators, but unfortunately, it seemed like nobody cared then. So we're gonna start over. There's a critical vulnerability with Honeywell CCTV cameras, and well, I guess do they have anything else? They're all cameras. To an authentication bypass flaw. So this is pretty bad. It's usually up there with the remote code executions. So let's have a quick look. Is that is that a good view? I should just do a screen share. This one. I have another. It's called Cyber. Let's check it out. Normal screen share. No, I guess I didn't do anything else. All right, let's start over. Critical infra Honeywell CCTVs vulnerable to authentication bypass flaw. So this is pretty bad. It's high up there with the remote code execution. So CISA uh, provided a warning that there's a known vulnerability in multiple products from Honeywell that allows unauthorized access to feeds or account hijacking. And yeah, 9.8, we see the CVs regarding remote code execution get the same score. So, missing authentication for critical function. So, obviously, this is most unfortunate. Let's see what were they able to do with it. You can change the recovery email address associated with the device account, enabling account takeover and unauthorized access to camera feeds. I mean, considering they're just cameras, it's pretty much the worst you could do with it. But it's still pretty bad. You don't want anybody else to have access to your account. You don't want them having access to your cameras either. The affected product is vulnerable to an unauthenticated API endpoint exposure, which may allow an attacker to remotely change the forgot password recovery email address. So here's a bunch of devices that are affected by this vulnerability. Uh, the company offers many NDAA compliant cameras that are suitable for deployment in US government agencies and federal contractors. So, this is the reason why CISA provides this notice, right? Because if it was not impactful to government agencies, uh, they, they wouldn't care. You handle your own business. But since it is used in those cases, you got to put out advice. Well, usually they ask people to update or change whatever is vulnerable. So, as of February 17, there were no known reports of public exploitation specifically targeting this vulnerability. I mean, this is as far as they know, right? If you have other people or other entities using these cameras and they are vulnerable and they're exploited and they might it is possible that they wouldn't even know that the cameras are vulnerable. You wouldn't know about it and they could be exploited. There's actually a news article that we're going to go through later. I feel is a little connected to that aspect. So, nothing new under the sun. People do things, people make mistakes, they make mistakes in the things that they do. Fuck, man, I'm always invisible. I guess the mic is the cutoff. What should I do? And I guess this is okay. As good as it gets, right? That's fine. Ay, ay, ay. So bothersome. All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So people make mistakes. They make things that are full of mistakes, and other people are able to find that and exploit it. This is true at anything that you can think of, anything that you can think of, it's true. So it is just a matter of time before it is made public or known that uh, things were exploited or were abused. So yeah, that's why you got to be careful as much as possible what you put your information in and how you interact with those products and services. Well, you live and learn. Did I? Why is it open? Did I? I didn't really want to read this one. This one's pretty interesting. This one's interesting. Let's go with this one first because it's more like just administrator news. I would like to say this is it. This hack, 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 hack. Everything is hack. Oh, this is a big one. Yeah, this is gonna stay at the end. Microsoft what? This is pretty good. Let's put it here. All right, so I'm sorry, I hadn't done it in a minute, and now there's a whole bunch of very interesting news. Honestly, I didn't feel like doing it. I didn't feel like reading the news past couple of days. Well, I felt a little bad too, but other than that, I didn't really feel like reading it because it's always the same news. It's always, um, the Chrome extensions that are vulnerable or doing bad stuff. But it's always like the same news, and it feels so repetitive. I feel like I'm just repeating myself so much. And now a whole bunch of news, whole bunch of interesting news. So Microsoft Defender unveils centralized script library with Copilot analysis. Fuck, I have such a hard time with this word. Analysis for enhanced live response. For fuck's sake. Anyways, so this is somewhat interesting if you're able to incorporate some some automation in system security. But my concern here is everything that is going to be called a false positive, because we know that these are very prone to hallucination. So, and oh my god, Okay, so let's read through. Centralized script library analysis for enhanced live response. All right. A new library management experience in Microsoft Defender for endpoints. Uh, Analysts previously had to upload scripts and executables mid session, slowing incident response and limiting cross team consistency. Is it what? Is it for our our support? Is this for our support? Because well, this and him and his. Jeez, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm fumbling. I'm also half ghost. Yeah, so this part here, executable mid session. All right. Dynamic investigation environments. In dynamic investigation environments, preparation and agility are key. Security analysts working with live response in Microsoft Defender often rely on scripts and tools to triage, investigate, and remediate threats. Until now, these assets had to be uploaded during active sessions, limiting manageability and increasing time to action. Recognizing the need for better readiness and control, Defender now introduces a more proactive and efficient way to manage these assets through library management. This enhancement in Defender's live response tooling improves operational readiness, enhances visibility and control, and helps streamline response workflows across SOC teams. Yeah, I mean, uh, I feel like this might not be as useful for small and medium businesses. It should bring powerful enhancements to, man, this is just the same shit. Centralized and streamlined interface. Analysts no longer need to wait for an active session to organize their investigation tools. Everything can now be managed proactively directly from the portal. What do you mean? You're just gonna dump everything in there and have Copilot uh, fix it? It's all the same thing. There's nothing. Fuck. Is it just repeating the article? All right. So it's just fucking. It's a not. We don't care about that. All right. This is interesting. Prompt Spy, the first known Android AI malware that uses Google's Gemini for decision making. This is a first, right? 2026. We start the year with new things. New year, new me. How about that? So, this would be the first malware in the Android family to weaponize a generative AI model, specifically Google's Gemini, as a part of the execution flow. It was discovered this month. It is a evolutionary step in mobile threats and follows ESET's earlier identification of prompt lock, the first AI powered ransomware in August 2025. Prompt Spy traces its origin back to an earlier variant internally dubbed VNC Spy, with three samples appearing on VirusTotal on January 13, 2026, uploaded from Hong Kong. It's possible that people try to see if they're able to evade malware detection software, and they put it in those tools to see if if the malware is going to be to go undetected or not. But by doing so, they also provide uh, software signature, like the digital thumbprint of the malware, and so they would need to obfuscate or do more stuff for it to not be known afterwards. I'm sorry. So by February, four more advanced samples. So there you have it. So there was the earlier version, and then it was probably refined throughout the month, and then four more advanced samples incorporating the Gemini AI component were uploaded from Argentina. Well, I don't know if these really matter if you're using a proxy or a VPN. So it could honestly be anywhere. Prompting ESET to designate the full family prompt spy. The malware is distributed under the disguise of a Chase Bank team Android app called Morgan Arg, a likely abbreviation for Morgan Argentina, via the now offline distribution domain M. This is so sus. Nah, I'm sorry. This. What kind of fucking domain is that? Why do people just they don't think? Well, anyway, so it was impersonating a login portal for this bank. No infection has been detected in ESIT's telemetry, but then again, the existence of this dedicated distribution infrastructure suggests real world deployment intent. Debug strings and code written in simplified Chinese along with localized Chinese accessibility event type handlers indicate with medium confidence that Prompt Spy was developed in a Chinese speaking environment. Traditional Android malware relies on hard-coded screen coordinates or fixed UI selectors to automate gesture methods that routinely fail across different device manufacturers, screen sizes, or Android OS versions. Prompt Spy sidesteps this limitation entirely by sending Gemini a natural language prompt alongside an XML dump of the device live UI, exposing each element's text type and precise screen bounds. Gemini processes this information and returns JSON formatted tap and swipe instruction, enabling Prompt Spy to execute the device specific lock app in recent app gesture, pinning the malicious Morgan Arc app in the multitasking view with a padlock icon so it cannot be swiped away or killed by the system. Damn! So this is the prompt. You are an Android automation assistant. The user will give you the UI XML data of the current screen. You see, this is nothing like how would the manufacturer be able to foresee this specific scenario and put some safeguards against this specific scenario? Why would the on phone, on computer model think that interacting with the user or the phone with a fucking XML or a JSON file and give instruction to like touch the the cell phone, but by software, how would it know that this is a red flag in something that it shouldn't do. How would they know? It's so insane. So this you're gonna see become more and more common, no doubt. Absolutely no doubt. I mean, this is a whole prompt. I don't feel like reading all that shit. So there's nothing crazy here. This is just one step, right? So hacking fundamentally it doesn't change all that much. Like even with new technologies and new things, I find this is bothering me so much. Fuck. Did not feel like having this. And it's still happening. This is gonna fuck up my sleep. Alright, I guess that's okay. Oh my god. I'm gonna blow a fuse. This is gonna keep happening. This is just the tip of the iceberg. This is why it's a big issue that they're trying to incorporate this everywhere. This is so dangerous. Honestly, how would they be able to foresee all the scenarios? That's why, whatever they call reinforcement learning, this is all a gimmick. It's it can't work. It cannot work. Oh yeah, that's what I meant to say. So you got the whole chain of attack, right? From uh, scoping to like exfiltration or whatever the fuck you want to do. And fundamentally, the steps are always like the same, right? Th- they change like the delivery methods, but in the end, the goal is still the same. So things aren't too crazy, but I don't know. This is so dangerous, and I think the next one is. Mm, where did I put it? Ah, this one here. So let's yeah, because they're close in teams. Let's do this other one next. Oh, nice. So this is pretty freaking weird to me, and it just goes directly with the issue that we just saw. If you have anything that is agentic, that is able to take decisions or take action on your device, it's a problem. It's an issue. It's going to be able to be fucked with. And what do you not want to be exposed to the stupidest vulnerability? Which, oh man, this is just as bad. I'm sorry. What do you know? Please, you need to believe in me. If you don't believe in me, I'm gonna keep disappearing. I need to buy a light. What do you not want to be able to be exploited this easily, I think you're antivirus. I think that's where people should draw the line, in my opinion. But I guess I guess Palo Alto needs to keep their numbers going up, and acquiring this company is their strat. Let's see if it pays off. So now they have a definitive agreement to acquire Core Security, leading innovator in agentic endpoint security. I think that's a misnomer, right? Marking a major expansion of its AI-driven defense portfolio. So people wanted to have backdoors. People wanted to have uh, master keys, right? Any analogy you want. They wanted to have that to be able to spy on everybody. And is it 100% true or not? Is it because of the right intentions or not? But you have companies such as Apple that present themselves as leaders in privacy, and they have um, ever had a couple of news throughout the years saying that they denied X law enforcement group or X lettered agency. They denied a backdoor. They denied removing encryption on devices. And so you could imagine that there are some other companies that make hardware or do software that have some ethic, and they wouldn't go building a secret backdoor or anything like that. But because if you know anything about security, is that if you do it, it doesn't matter if you do it for the right reasons or not. Eventually, it is going to be abused either by the person you gave the power to or by somebody else who knows about it and is able to exploit it. So, and I mean, you can understand there's vulnerabilities in people in shit that people try to make secure. When they try to do it on purpose, it still has vulnerabilities. So why would you want to add on to it, right? But why would you need a back door if you can have everybody using agentic shit and essentially having like snitching devices, or I don't know, they could use those, they could remotely use your devices to do whatever. So that's weird. Why are people so dead set into shoving that shit everywhere? It's just weird. All right, now I'm reading a little bit, but I feel like is this supposed to protect against that? So here they're presenting the issues that I'm concerned with. All right, so attackers are beginning chain exploit to chain exploits across AI frameworks, leveraging authentication bypasses, API vulnerabilities, and remote code execution to compromise trusted automation tools. Nothing new under the sun here. Palo Alto Networks emphasized that traditional endpoint protection designed to block malicious executables struggles to detect such threats. So this is where we're at. So apparently, their technology addresses the issue by providing visibility, governance, and protection for every AI agent, plugin, and script running across an organization's digital ecosystem. Following the acquisition, it will be integrated in their network's platform, extending its coverage to AI operations and enhancing their XDR with real time insights into the AI attack surface. Let's check it out because this is just that sounds a little weird. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, core security. Quotes. Um, I mean, super colorful, but yeah, that's to schedule a demo. Oh my god, MCPs and AI models. I mean, track every application, code, or OS package, extension, AI model, AI agent, and MCP the moment it shows up across any operating system like macOS, Windows, or Linux. Listen, what? Like, how invasive is that going to be? Because let's say an AI agent, okay, you interact with it on a browser. I don't know. Obviously, they're not gonna explain much here. Ah, you gotta be fucking kidding me. This, what did I click on? Wall of Koi. Why in the fuck you would have this much? I really want to say copyright infringing AI generated slop. Am I crazy? This is just a whole bunch of slop. Ah, all right. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Hold on, guys. Well, I need to put the headphones because I don't know how long it is. Bro. Honestly, that's a weird one. I'm complaining. I'm complaining. I see something. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It feels a little odd, right? a little off. There's just something that I can't explain. And lo and behold, I see that. Hold on, the email? Where's the email? There's. Are you affecting my memory, buddy? Am I low on memory because of you? That's a lot of slop. No way. Is the website okay? They're hacking me. They're hacking me. I'm under attack. I didn't even say anything. I swear to God, I didn't say anything. Alright, let's leave. No. Fuck, I can't leave. Nothing. Hold on. Oh my God, Google is not answering. They're turning against me. I didn't say anything. Okay. Okay, I went away. I went away. Should I? Okay, I'm gonna go back. But you gotta be quick, okay? I'm gonna show it, then I'm gonna go away. So you got the slop. You got the slop, okay? Why? So there's no explanation. There's nothing that makes sense, right? And there's just gonna be that they're acquired by Palo Alto. Oh no, now I'm scared to go see Palo Alto. Bro. Yo, I didn't say anything, okay? You saw it. You saw it. I said I was scared to go look at it. I didn't want to go look at it. I didn't see anything, okay? We're going to go all the way down the slope. Just have a quick look, top right corner, real quick. And okay, okay. All right, right? We're good. We saw it. Everything has been explained. We don't even need to read this. We understand why this is happening. You got it? All right. Let's move on. Okay, this is an interesting one. Advanced crypto mining malware spreads through external drives and air-gapped systems. Air-gapped system. That is when a computer, well, I guess I've read multiple variations of you know the definition of air gapped. So the most extreme would be a computer that is not connected to the internet and it is not connected to power either. So the computer is off and it is uh, it, well, it is off and not connected to the network. But air gap system, I mean, if you're using external drives or thumbsticks, whatever, um, it's not too crazy for an air gap system. This is actually how they did the I forget. I forget what the malware's name was, but it was fucking up the Iranians ICBM. I don't know the refining of I don't remember what. So they're using this tactic to spread a crypto mining malware. Okay, so it has to have a different definition. What's the point of you know a computer doing crypto mining if it's unable to be connected to the blockchain to do the mining? A sophisticated cryptocurrency mining campaign has emerged, targeting systems through, yeah, they need that, through external storage devices with the ability to compromise even air-gapped environments. I mean, that's weird, right? Malware operates as a multi-stage infection that prioritizes mining Monero cryptocurrency while establishing persistent mechanism to resist removal. Unlike typical cryptojacking operations, this campaign employs kernel level exploitation and worm like propagation capabilities. The attack begins through pirated software bundles masquerading as legitimate Office productivity suite installers. So you got a whole bunch of things that are supposed to be installed, and it actually installs just a whole bunch of malware. Once executed, the malware deploys multiple components that work in coordination to maintain the infection and maximize mining output. The operation features watchdog processes, creating a self-healing architecture where terminating one component triggers others to resurrect it within seconds. That is that's not bad. If only all the manufacturer of software were as interested in their software's resilience. Fortunately, that's not the case. So, why is this one interesting? It's because of the way that it propagates. When a user inserts a USB flash drive or external hard disk, the malware automatically copies itself to the device and creates hidden folders with deceptive shortcuts. This mechanism enables lateral movement across networks and can breach air-gap system through physical media transfer. The malware's architecture demonstrates deliberate separation between command logic and execution logic. I mean, if it's copied on another drive, deceptive shortcut, if you know what you have on your hard hard drive or a USB stick, you should delete anything that suddenly appears. That's sus. That is sus. So it is able to handle monitoring, decision making, and it is lightweight to avoid triggering security software. There's a separate payload component that handles resource intensive mining operations and aggressive defensive actions, including terminating security tools or the legitimate Windows Explorer process. So they have a real loose definition of air gapped here. If it's able to crypto mine and it's able to interact with the internet and it's able to receive an external drive, either USB flash or a hard disk, if you're able to plug it, it's not it's not air gap. That's not air gap. All right, so it's able to take aggressive defensive actions such as terminating security tools or the legitimate Windows Explorer process. Oh, The most technically advanced component involves a bring your own vulnerable driver technique. The fuck? Legitimate but vulnerable driver component containing CV 2020. Man, that's an old one. It's an old one, but a goodie. This vulnerability, híjole. This vulnerability allows gaining ring zero kernel privileges, bypassing the operating system hardware abstraction layer. This is it. This is being godlike on the computer. Damn. Alright, we don't really care about the rest. Advanced crypto mining. So, still, nothing new under the sun. Nothing new. Delivery method, even, is nothing new. Just, you gotta mix it up, right? You gotta do the mix and remix. Alright, MCP servers. This is a juicy one. This is a juicy one. Because these servers are meant to be the peripheral, the interaction point between LLM models and whatever. You're supposed to be able to do whatever with these. As soon as I heard MCP servers, well, the first time I heard it, first of all, I didn't know what it meant. I think it's something like Model Context Protocol. Just a whole bunch of shit. Just a whole bunch of shit. To seamlessly connect with external data source tools and software workflows, provides a universal, standardized, and secure way to share data with LLMs, reducing the need for custom integration code. This is a whole bunch of shit. As soon as I heard that, as soon as I understood what it was supposed to be, what it was supposed to do, this is, it was so evident to me that this is just going to keep happening. We read another news, exactly the same thing, right? Oh, yeah. This is a bad idea. These are bad ideas. These are bad ideas. Why the fuck do I keep being invisible? You gotta keep believing in me so I don't disappear. Believe in me. Alright, so MCP servers can be exploited to execute arbitrary code and exfiltrate sensitive data. Wah, wah. Surprise, surprise. I mean, anybody with just fucking a gram of common sense could have told you that. This piece of shit idea emerges as a breakthrough standard. What do you mean breakthrough? Designed by Anthropic. I mean, they're right there. They're the bad guys. They're all the bad guys. Why would you trust anything that the bad guys do? Seamlessly connect AI assistant. Oh, we just read that. We don't give a fuck. This and my God, you gotta stop with the fucking glazing. Breakthrough. Innovation. Shut up, please. Significantly enhancing their utility in complex enterprise environments. Do you guys work in an enterprise environment? How much of this has been integrated? Let me know. This interoperability introduces a substantial security risk, creating a new machine in the middle opportunity for cyber criminals to intercept, monitor, and manipulate these interactions. I'm so sorry. The core of this vulnerability lies in the architecture of MCP servers, which operate as the bridge between the AI agent and the target infrastructure. Attackers can exploit these servers to gain unauthorized access, regardless of whether the servers are hosted locally on a user's workstation or managed by a third party SaaS provider. SaaS means software as a service. This exploitation avenue opens the door for malicious actors to infiltrate secure environments without triggering traditional security alarms. Obviously, obviously, everything is done in quote unquote natural language. So, natural language is not uh, malware. It doesn't have, it's not compiled code. There's no reason for that to be detected by any type of security. Oh, wow. Using a custom validation tool named MCP Hammer, researchers demonstrated that these threats are not theoretical but practical, affecting multiple models and agents. Last week, we saw there's a. This is scary. This is so scary. I'm disappearing. For fuck's sake. That's not even better. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, we saw a super easy, simple prompt that just mind fucks like 15 models, something like that. It is unsettling how this is all building up. This looks like House of Cards. That's it. That's how it looks to me. Their findings highlight that attackers can weaponize this connection layer to perform actions that compromise the integrity of both the user's device and the broader enterprise network. That could enable bad actors to execute arbitrary code with the user's privilege and exfiltrate sensitive local data. Oy, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Furthermore, they can silently install persistence mechanism or poison AI responses, effectively manipulating user behavior. These activities often occur with zero visual indication, leaving the victim completely unaware that a breach has taken place. That's it. As organizations rush to adopt AI driven workflows, the reliance on these integration protocols is accelerating. How uh, often without adequate security oversight? This creates a hidden attack surface where legitimate tools are chained with malicious ones, granting attackers a stealthy pathway into corporate systems. Yeah, that's it. This is inherent to how it works. You keep saying the same shit. This is it. This is not gonna go away. It is not going to go away. This is pretty scary. This is so scary because we talked already in the past about how quickly some bad actors are to jump and try to exploit very recently disclosed vulnerabilities. I mean, bad actors, they're everywhere, right? All the countries have bad actors, but you get sometimes state sponsored um, groups, and this is real bad. This is real bad because you could have a American made product with a known 0-day vulnerability, and this vulnerability would only be known in this Chinese database. And because I'm just speculating, okay, this is just a hypothetical, but if you had if China would not give a fuck about America, they they wouldn't care that the Americans wouldn't know about those specific vulnerabilities, but it would still be to their interest that as much people in China as possible know about it, and so have their own database. So this is bad news. This this shows how the world is fragmenting. It is crazy. So yeah, let's read because maybe I'm mistaken, but that's how it looks. The emergence of a distinct vulnerability disclosure ecosystem within China has introduced a complex layer to the global threat landscape. Unlike the centralized CVE system used internationally, China maintains two separate databases, the CNVD and CNNVD, which operate with different disclosure timelines and priorities. This dual structure has allowed for the quiet emergence of vulnerabilities that remain hidden from Western defenders for extended periods. This is exactly what I was saying. I mean, it is so obvious the purpose. The primary attack vector here is informational asymmetry. By delaying the public release of vulnerability data, threat actors can exploit security gaps in popular software like Microsoft OneDrive before global patch cycles can react. Wow. I mean, you could also imagine that these databases would only be reachable from within, right? A that would just add to the context. I mean, but it wouldn't be surprising. The impact of this disclosure gap is significant for enterprise security teams who rely on timely data to prioritize remediation. When vulnerabilities are published in Chinese databases months before they appear in the US National Vulnerability Database, it creates a window of exposure where organizations are blind to active threats. Okay, example, example. What if, I'm just spitballing, what if these bad actors from China, they don't jump onto CVEs as soon as they're made public? or maybe some of them are, but what if they actually were exploiting those vulnerabilities from before? And because whenever uh, th- there are new CVEs that are made public, this is when security research firms start to look for these specific attacks. And that's when they start noticing that bad actors are exploiting. So they just have like the timeline wrong. It's not that uh, they start attacking with it as soon as it's made public. They already had it, but we know that they're doing it because now we know what to look for, which is so crazy. For instance, a Microsoft OneDrive DLL hijacking vulnerability was cataloged in Chinese systems long before a comparable CV was documented internationally. This delay allows attackers to weaponize these red vulns against unsuspecting targets using the lagging information to bypass standard detection protocols and establish persistence on compromised networks. Well, this doesn't change much to what happens. Um, oh, what? While the CNNVD largely mirrors the MITRE CVE list, the CNVD often operates with unique entries and independent timelines. Hmm. Yeah, that it's pretty interesting. So whenever they say, there is ongoing war, but essentially war has evolved. This looks like it. Oh my god. Yeah, this one's a little silly Billy. Thought it was interesting because I mean those stupid ass emojis. Ha- I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say anything but about the emojis. Hackers leveraging emoji code to hide malicious code and evade security detections. No way. Who thought it was a good idea to put emojis instead of computer? Threat actors have begun using an obfuscation technique called emoji smuggling. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Threat actors have begun using an obfuscation technique called emoji smuggling to hide malicious code from security systems. It exploits Unicode encoding and emoji characters to bypass traditional security filters that can scan for suspicious ASCII text patterns. Oh man, I'm too tired. I have a hard time reading. Okay, whatever. Hacking. Okay, obfuscation with emoji. We got it. Fine. I mean, who's surprised? LLM models are unable to enforce security. All right, this is a good resume. This is gonna keep happening. Doesn't matter. Oh, update. Microsoft spokesperson reached out with the following statement. All right. We identified and addressed an issue where Microsoft 365 Copilot chat could return content from emails labeled confidential authored by a user and stored within their draft and sent items in Outlook desktop. This did not provide anyone access to information they weren't already authorized to see. While our access controls and data protection policies remain intact, this behavior did not meet. Oh, okay, I got it. I got it. I can't read. All right, I'm dead. I'm dead. I can't read. Next, next, next. I mean, I need to do these. I should have done these before. I should have started with these. Our my strat wasn't good. I thought, you know what? Let's do it a little later. Let's do it a little later. Gonna get more people. I can't read. I'm sorry, guys. I'm too tired. All right. So all the skills, like I think it's one third of all the skills in the Claw Hub. They're all malware. It's all malware. It's all malware. Who's surprised about that? Who's like, I mean, what the fuck? This is the perfect vector, right? There's a new technology. Everybody's super eager to jump on it. They all want to try it. Everybody puts confidential information. Nobody knows how it works. They set it up super bad. They see that you can text your agent um, on WhatsApp and it's gonna do shit for you, and they go crazy. They want to try it. They bought Mac Mini or whatever the fuck, install it. Then they have to get a subscription. They get banned. What else? It doesn't work all the time. It's not autonomous like people said that it was. Why? Why is the network bad now? Like, oh, they didn't ship the network cable. I was supposed to get that shit today. It's not even shipped. I don't get it. I don't get it. I was supposed to get it today. Yeah, whatever the fuck. And now the network is fine. Such a pain in my butt. It's all malware. It's all going to take the information. Everybody are too eager. They don't know how it works. Is that the same shit? Claw Havoc poison OpenClaw's Claw Hub with 1100 malicious skills enabling data theft and backdoor access. You got Credential Stealer. I saw, yeah, macOS, a whole bunch. You got API keys. You got all of it. It's all so bad. So crazy. All right, guys. So this is gonna be it for me for tonight. I'll come back tomorrow and watch a whole bunch of videos with you. Thank you so much for watching.